My name is Pierre-Jean Garin, and I am the CEO of Complete CU Services. And I'm here with my colleague, Erica Aguilar, the Senior Vice President.
Very much, and good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with George de la Rosa. Now, George de la Rosa has over 25 years of experience in the credit union system, and he has held very many different positions. Currently, he serves as the Chief Executive Officer at Luminus Financial. Now, since he started this position, the company has grown their assets on over 500%.
George, I just have a question for you. In terms of the biggest asset of Luminus is obviously the staff, and as a chief executive officer, and I'm sure as your board as well, what has been the challenges for the individuals you manage with? It's not only the work aspect, but also the personal, emotional aspect of your staff.
That's a really good question. Again, prior to the pandemic, we had done what we called a human resources review, and we really wanted to know how our staff are feeling about working for Luminus. Is there a good life balance? And we surveyed them through an outsourced company where they were able to provide feedback that was anonymous. And it was a lot of great feedback because they told us about the good things about working at Luminus, but they also told us about some gaps that were there. And some of the things that we had identified prior to the pandemic was that they wanted more communication, more direct communication from senior management. So we decided to create what we call our Luminate meetings. So on a quarterly basis, we would have these Luminate meetings where we would invite staff over, and then we were able to share with them, what are our quarterly results? What does our business plan look like? Where are we at with our targets? And that had to continue virtually. So we had to get creative. So of course, using Zoom was the ability to do it. So we were doing the Zoom meetings in the evenings and just telling staff to, grab something to eat or drink, coffee, whatever, as we were having this meeting with everyone. And so we share about the successes of the company. We share about different milestones. So, during the pandemic, one of our staff got pregnant and she's now going to have a baby. So we were able to celebrate that. One of our other staff got married. So, just being able to provide that humanity of working together virtually was very important. The other thing is you mentioned the board of directors, and because this review was a mandated review by our board, they wanted to know how our staff were, because they're always hearing from senior management, oh no, we're all good, right? But they want to hear directly from the staff. So they were the ones that received this report, and because of the report now we have regular what we call pandemic response plans that we provide to the board as well as annual summaries on the surveys that we do for our staff.
Right. Well, that is very interesting. I actually was gonna go ahead and ask in regards to that, because you mentioned, just like Pierre noticed, how the community that you have built with the employees, which I find that just for everything that you had in place before, prior to COVID, which is exceptional in credit union, I will say, and in different industries as well. Not everybody was prepared, but the human aspect was still the part that everybody has been affected. That's what I would personally think. But what do you think in your, what is according to you, let's say, what is the biggest impact that the 2020 pandemic has had in the industry in general? If you will have that type of knowledge from other credit unions, if that will be the case, what do you think it has been?
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing a lot from the credit union system, some of the challenges are, of course, we're unsure of what delinquency might look like. Mm-hmm. We've been very lucky that the government has provided a lot of financial support to businesses and individuals during this pandemic. But we still don't know, once things go back to quote unquote normal, how many businesses are still going to be around? Mm-hmm. And are people still going to have their jobs? So what is delinquency going to look like? So I think that's the unknown challenge for sure.
Hi, sorry, George. Unfortunately, we'll have to cut you off. We're running out of time.
Take a look at what else does Luminus Financial has to offer. I'm sure there is something for everyone. You have all the coordinates, you have the information. You can reach out to George de la Rosa, myself, Erica Aguilar, or Pierre Jean Galan, for any additional questions in regards to what do credit unions do and what they can do for you.
Thank you very much, George, for being with us today. We really appreciate your insight. And once again, as I mentioned during this interview, I've known Luminus for, and George, obviously, for a couple of years now, and very impressive credit union with always taking great initiative. So, you know, as Erica, my colleague, just mentioned, please take a look at their website. And George, thanks again.
Yeah, no, and thank you to Complete CU Services for the support that you do provide credit unions, but even just to have this platform for us to be able to talk about our system, our industry, and ourselves, I think it's great. So I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Thank you.